You see, the economic situation has been very bad. The 33,000 is nothing to write home about. That's why I trek some distance just to cover up. And if you go to the market to buy foodstuffs, it has been, a very difficult issue. And not living with your parents has been another issue. Paying house rent and transporting yourself to your work every day, it has actually been an issue. So, but we pray that something will be done to the economy, because as it is now, we are wallowing in a state of economic and financial kwashiorkor, and we pray for a better Nigeria. School members are going to partake in the election. My advice to them is they should do the right thing. They should not allow any politician to buy them, because our politics has been anchored on prebendalism, cankerous tribalism, and ethnocentric chauvinism. So they should better do the right thing, and they should not take sides. They should be neutral. And regarding the electors, those that are going to vote, they should vote somebody that have the capacity, that have the mental magnitude, that we bring about a total transformation from this state of Nigeria that we are now to a state of Eldorado. If not, the way things are going, this is not the country we pray for, and this is not the Nigeria that anybody will pray for.
I will tell you, infrastructural development in each of the states is key. Why do I say that? When you embark on infrastructural development, then you now need institutions, because what drives an economy are institutions and people. So if the people are hungry, who will now fix the economy? Because the economy cannot run itself without people. You understand? Good and fine, we have a lot of enabling laws. But the implementation of the laws lies in the hands of human beings, You can have the best of laws, but if you don't have competent hands, then it's as good as going back to square one. Secondly, in the light of the current oil subsidy saga that has, like, even the dollar, the foreign exchange problem we have right now, I can tell you that in the States, a lot of civil servants cannot go to work 5 days in a week. So these are key issues that should be addressed. There should be issues on the front burner. So their campaign should be issue-based and not based on personal interest or selfish interest. Because when you talk about going to the polls, but my greatest concern and worry now would be at the state level, because you talk about Bayelsa State, talk about Kogi State, and which other states again? Imo State. Imo State, for one reason, I would say it's separate from Bayelsa and Kogi State because of security concerns. There might be voter apathy. Fear of the unknown might be there. So I might not want to delve deep because that's a peculiar state. But for Bayelsa and Kogi State, the people who might actually want to come out en masse to vote because of the political tension that has been building up over the years concerning APC and the PDP issue. Kogi State is being run by an APC leadership. Then you talk of Bayelsa State PDP. So it's going to be a case of, even though you say we had a third force calling Labour Party, I will not call Labour Party as a third force in Nigerian political landscape. But as far as these two states are concerned, if you talk about the workforce, if you talk about the workforce or the manpower and the electioneering mechanism on ground, is APC and PDP, I want to say, has the structures on ground in Kogi State and also Bayelsa State. But what should be looking at, people should not just say they want to go and vote. Have something at the back of your mind. The electorate should be wiser now. We saw what happened in the 2020 election, the presidential election, governorship election in different states. So now the electorate should be wiser. They should know what they want.
Now there's a change. Normally we said our vote don't normally count. But I believe with this past experience we got now, definitely it must count.
So we have always been having the issue of election apathy. It has actually been the issue in democracy, most especially for developing countries like Nigeria. Mostly because we don't have faith in the election umpire, the INEC. But I pray that people will still turn out, because Nigerians, I trust Nigerians, they don't give up. So they will still go out there to exercise their own franchise, even though it has been, issued that you vote, but the result has already been declared sometimes, but Nigerians will still go out to vote. I trust Nigerians. They have the spirit of not giving up, so they will still turn up.
Is INEC going to improve on what they did in 2023 presidential election and governorship election? That's the first question. If they are not going to improve on what they've done, I would not say that I'm expecting something different, honestly speaking. Because if you are saying you gave people the impression that you are going to transmit results using the IRF, and now we are going to they went to the tribunal. They said whether IRF was used or not, it does not affect the result itself. So then what was the essence of the IRF? And so much money was spent on it. So we should start asking questions. These are taxpayers' money, not just anything. Just Nigerians will be asking questions. If the IRF, because when people heard of that IRF, that election result was to be transmitted, it gave the commission a level of credibility. There was that degree of credibility that INEC were going to do the right thing. But now, with what's transpired now, I think the expectations of the electorate, I don't think it will be that much anymore. But if they are going to do something different and they say they want to use the IRF, they use it. If they use it, they would have won the confidence of the electorate back if they use IRF in these elections. So it's now an opportunity for them to rewrite history. You understand? And give themselves a good name. But if INEC cannot do it, I think it will not be too encouraging for the electorate. They can correct the mistake they've made. Everybody knows that there's no perfect election, we all know. But it's the extent of imperfection or perfection that determines whether people will accept the result that will come out of it.
Definitely, people will surely turn out and vote. You see this past election, it really showed a lot of lesson and it reveals something. You get my point. Coming out to vote is one thing, and Nigeria believe that if we come out and vote, that is our right. But the major problem we have is, would our votes count? You get my point. Would our votes count? If our votes surely, despite this insecurity we have in this nation, as a citizen, that is our right. You putting the person on seats, we are able to know who we are going to vote for. Because if I didn't come out and vote, 4 years, it would be just a waste to me, because I wouldn't say, like my own state, I travel from Abuja here to my state to vote, Delta State. And now I can beat at my chest and say my governor is doing well as a citizen. So definitely, I plead to Nigerians, if you are a Kogi, you should come and exercise. It's your right. You should come and exercise. It's your right. I believe your vote will count this time. Maybe before it doesn't count before, but now I believe it will count.
What defines Nigerian politics, let me tell you the truth, is religion and tribal sentiment, and that's just the truth. If we are going for real competence, bringing technocrats to work, we will get the best. But at the end of the day, somebody will say, this person is from my ethnic group, so I think I should get something from him by supporting him. They don't hide it anymore. That's why I said to somebody, I said, apart from national level, hereby we now have something like a regional politics agenda now. The Nigerian politics, at the presidential election, we saw it. What we are now dealing with now is regional politics. But when it comes to the state level, ethnicity and sentiment will come in, not based on competence. And we should not go back to the drawing board to ask ourselves, if we are going along the line of ethnicity and sentiment, will Nigeria grow? No. Why are people complaining that the president is not doing anything, federal government is not doing anything? Because there's a defective structure of governance at the state level. If the local government is functioning, nobody will be talking about what is the federal government doing. If the state government is functioning, nobody will talk about what the federal government is doing. It's because there is a disconnect at the local government and state level. You are not seeing too much pressure on the federal government. People should go and ask their local government chairman, the roads we need local government, how many have the local governments developed? How many infrastructure are in this local government? You have local government chairman. You understand? You have local government chairman. You have state governors. They should hold their House of Assembly members responsible for the backwardness in terms of development in the rural areas and urban areas in those states. It's not everything you come to Abuja. Abuja has its own problem.